Alright, YouTube. So I'm going to take this in the house and figure out what I can do with it. All the plastic inside's broken. The horn is stuck on because the plastic's all broken and whatnot. So I'm going to tear it apart and see what's inside and see what I can do to rebuild it or get it working again. Alright, YouTube. So I took apart this International 4700 horn. This is the rubber cover. Under that, you've got this layer. It's got a layer of copper, some foam, and it had another piece of copper. And basically, what that it did is when you press, these little divots are able to compress, make contact, and it sounds the horn. Well, based upon my observations with this truck, is what I think happened is this got worn, the horn got stuck due to broken pieces or whatever. The previous owner ripped this out, tossed it over to shut off the horn after, because I found this broken and off the side, and then I found the horn disconnected underneath the truck. So something happened. Horn stuck, something happened. But now I've got to figure out a horn button. So that's the next step. Alright, YouTube. So after I cut out just small pieces of the original pieces that we started with, I ended up with just a little 3-prong one and the flat side that goes with it. Then I used some of this vinyl foam stuff and I stuck it to a piece of Arizona tea jug. Well, then I found a little putty spatula thing that I could use a piece of metal from to reinforce this cracked up piece, which I removed a chunk from to clearance for the wires. Now you'll see that it's kind of funny shaped, and the reason is because I plan on putting zip ties through this and holding all this together. So we've got this little button that I made out of the original pieces. We've got the original piece of plastic that was cracked and broken. Well, it's still cracked and broken, but I think that I'm going to be able to use it with this metal support so that it doesn't cave in no more. And now we've got the homemade button, because the old one, if you remember, it was all so caved in and the foam was so destroyed that it wouldn't shut off no more. And I think that's what happened. The previous owner got angry at it and started ripping off the steering wheel and etc. So anyways, so now let's get this zip tied up. Alright, YouTube. So I got that zip tied on there. And I know this isn't a great design. Bear with me though. It's free and it's usable, and it'll get me by until I'm able to make some money and get a custom steering wheel with a good button or whatever. So anyways, I've got the electric tester hooked up. So anyways, we got the electric tester hooked up to it, and I'll show you that it makes contact. So we know we're getting continuity now. Alright, YouTube. So took this in the house, got it rebuilt. And again, remember, the reason why I did this is because this was all broken plastic and stuff, and the piece inside, the foam, was destroyed, and basically the whole thing would bend and the horn would be stuck on. There's no connectors here, but we've got this basically stripped down to its just a couple contacts, so that it's the least amount that could interfere, cause problems, whatever, but it'll still function. and that's kind of why I did it like this. I used metal as a support over this cracked plastic to where it's got something to press against. And yeah, so now we're out here at the truck, and since the plastic is all broken and these are missing, I had to just go ahead and poke holes through there. And I use this. I'm not going to recommend that. You could break it. You're better off using something else that you're not worried about breaking. But I use that. I just went ahead and set this on here, and I poked that up through the holes so that they're in the right spots. And then I went into my junk drawer and I found, you know, a couple screws and stuff that I thought might fit this project. And I'm not real sure how to do it. I'd like these to work and to go, you know, down through. But the problem is then I can't tighten this on the bottom. So I was thinking maybe doing it up, but we'll see. Alright, YouTube. So before we go mounting this, we've got to connect these wires to the two spots that I left there. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so now we got those wires connected, and I just wanted to show you when we push this or squeeze it. So we've essentially made our own little push button for our horn to work again. Alright, YouTube. So I ended up getting those tightened up in there, and I did end up getting the little nut to fit on the back. I could shorten the bolt up just a tad bit, and so I don't catch my fingers on it and stuff when I reach around the wheel, but I'm not going to worry about it because it would make it a lot more difficult to get that nut started. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I didn't tighten it super tight. I figured that the tension of this will keep those nuts from backing off too much, and also I didn't want to tighten onto this a whole lot because I didn't have washers that would spread that out, and I feel like I'm just going to end up sucking it through that if I tighten it too much. But we got it back together. I'm not going to say that it looks glorious and fabulous, but it's fixed and it works. So, till next time, believe in yourselves, keep building shit.